what is today's session about? Why do I need everyone to be around here? So we're going to be voting for the automation of the year, where we're going to have 4 different participants, 2 teams, 4 participants. We have our community members versus our creators, content creators, who don't like to be called influencers, by the way, so that you all know. We will have those 4 automations. Each of them have created a very unique and specific one. I already have my favorite one. I'm not going to tell you which one so that we're not biased. But I'm going to need you all to vote. In the end, we're going to do hand-raising vote. I want you all to shout, to get into the mood. This session is about having very high energy. So please bear with me. Keep the boys also up and running. And let's just all celebrate and have a really good time, okay? I think that all of the other sessions were not that interactive. We're supposed to be changing this today a little bit. So I want everyone to have fun. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate. So on our community team, we have Stoyan and Henk versus, on the other team, the creators, Shubham and Simon. So can I please welcome first our community members team on stage to get the first demos live up and going. Thank you.
Hi guys. Hi everyone. So for the presentation today, I decided to present something very simple on the surface that leverages Make in the first place and not a fancy AI tool. So we sell automations as a service to customers, and a couple of months ago we were approached by a client that hosts events. Not very different than this one, but they host a lot of events. And they were looking to find a way to present these events on their website. So the team would collaborate, they would build everything they need on their system of choice, in our case, ClickUp. And when they're done, they wanted to post the event on the website. So we started looking for different apps that can do that. Different calendars that they can schedule the event on and embed it wherever they like. And what we found out was that these calendar apps don't accept API calls. They either don't accept them at all, or they only use GET calls, so you can view the events already there. We were given the explanation that they are the source of truth. But the source of truth in our case is the CRM system, not the calendar. And we started looking, trying to find what we can do about this. And then we found out about the ICS file. So if you received an email with an invite for a calendar, you may have noticed this ICS file somewhere attached in that email. So that's a standard iCalendar file that calendar systems use to synchronize events with each other. And we found out that you don't need to be a calendar to create this file. What you can be is the Make automation. So pretty much, if we can play the video to show you quickly how it works, it's just you go to ClickUp, you change your dropdown, which would trigger the automation. Sends a webhook to Make, gets the task, and then the tools module creates your ICS file following the standard. Pre-populates everything, and then sends it to what we made was a very simple Flask app hosted in Python anywhere that just pretends to be an API. So you can post your event to your calendar app. And we decided to use that so you can also get, put, and delete events to basically any calendar app you want. Yeah, that's my presentation.
Thank you, Stoyan. So when I was thinking about an entry for the Automation of the Year competition, I set some ground rules for myself. First one being, it should be a fun automation and it should be authentic. The second one is, it should solve an actual real-life problem. And the last, and I think the best rule for myself was, it shouldn't be related to anything that has to do with business. So no return on investment, no 10xing this or slashing this or that, no marketing automation. And what I decided to come up with, I came up with in consultancy with the best consultant I know, my girlfriend. I went to her for advice, and she immediately said to me, Henk, why don't you make my life easier? You're the automation expert. So that's what I did. So cue the video. What we did is create an automation for my girlfriend, and what she does is every week she finds recipes, does the meal planning, makes the grocery list, enters the grocery list online, and it takes her a lot of work. She complains about that, and rightfully so. So we tried to automate that using Make. We're using several automations based on different parts. So what we're looking at here is the grid where we show everything. And the first part is the ingredients. This is based on Make AI agents. And what we have built is a chat interface. And in this case, we are using Slack to communicate with the automation. And we can ask different kind of questions, either to add new products to our digital pantry or to remove them. Another part, the second part, is the recipes. So we use BrowserAct to scrape websites and recipes, and we put them in a data store. And then we have the main brain of the operation, and that is the communication with Slack, through which we can ask all kinds of questions. So what we can do, for example, you can use Slack or any other chat messaging tool, is add or edit the ingredients. So for example, this is what the orchestrator looks like, the brain of the operation. The first thing you want to do is open up a Slack channel, which will come shortly, I hope. There it is. And we can ask a question. For example, how many sweet potatoes I have in my digital pantry? The automation will kick off, uses AI agents to find any ingredients that we have in the digital data store and returns to us an answer. In this case in Dutch, but you get the meaning, there are 2 sweet potatoes in pantry. And there are other kinds of ways to send the automation a question. For example, we can also make a recording of our voice, send it to the automation, and the automation will automatically see that it is an audio file. We'll use an OpenAI service to make a transcript of that, then send that further to the automation where we define the intention, pick the right agent, and then make sure that we get an applicable answer in our Slack. What we can also do is grab our phone, take a picture of a receipt or an order confirmation, or even create a picture of an actual product that we want to add or remove from the data store. So what we can do is please add these ingredients to the stock. There we go. It will be picked up by the automation. The OCR vision model will find what we have written down, and then we'll add those to our data store. So that is basically part one, the ingredients that we store in the data store, which we are going to use later. The second part is, and this is the reply. Yeah, we now have 19 apples, 12 tomatoes, and 31 carrots. The second part of the automation is about the recipes, and we use BrowserAct to scrape the recipes of a website because the user interaction of the website doesn't allow the regular HTTP module to scrape the website. We use BrowserAct. They simulate a human-like interaction, and what we do first is grab from random pre-selected categories all kinds of recipes. And then through a second module, for each recipe, we fetch the cooking instructions, the duration of the cooking, and the ingredients. This is what it looks like. It's a JSON string structured with everything we need to know to store it in a second data store. So this is what a data store looks like. As you see, we also store a score and a last prepared date. And where the magic happens is when it comes together to the brain. We use the automation to ask questions like, hi, can you create a meal planning for next week, please? The automation will see what ingredients we have in our pantry, we'll see what recipes we have in our data store, and we'll match them together to create a meal planning for next week, including all the ingredients that we need, and we'll store that in another data store where we have the days stored with the actual recipe. It looks like this. And what we can do is each day we receive, based on the duration in minutes of the cooking time, the ingredients that we need to use for the recipe for that day and the cooking instructions. So what we can do here, what is planned for today, this is what the reply looks like, or the message that we get each day. We get a link to the original recipe, the ingredients that we need to use, and the instructions for it. So basically, this makes our life pretty easy. This is a fun automation, and we actually use it. We also added a, there's a bit business and KPIs here. So we have a salad level agreement. That's the target we hit 100%, so I'm proud of that. Our cost per mile is down significantly. The time to market is 0 because we have the supermarket delivered to us, so there's no time at all. The recipe acquisition cost is down, and the NPS for the one responded is a practical 9. So there it is, Fork, the fully automated recipe kit. Thank you. I think you should go.
Lovely. Yo, guys, I think this was really, really amazing. I must say, give it up for Fork. I really, really enjoyed it. We love sweet potatoes. And the fact that he thought about this for his wife, and because she said that she wasn't happy about doing it, I just loved it. So let's see what our other team has to offer and if they're up to stage. So please welcome the creators team, Shubham and Simon, on stage.
Well, hi everyone, we're the creators. Let's see what we created. So today I'm going to show an automation to you. If you can put up the video. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever received too many LinkedIn messages with, hey, first name, I saw you doing make, or I saw you doing automation, or I saw you doing this and that. And actually, it becomes annoying. It becomes annoying for a lot of people. It's spammy, it's boring. No one believes that it's personalized. And my need was actually for a recruiting company to make something helping them hiring for business. And what would be the proper way to do that? Without costing a lot of time. The proper way would be to go on a LinkedIn page, record a Loom video or something, commenting the profile. That would be the best way to approach someone to hire him, her. And what if I told you the video you just saw is 100% automated? That's what I'm going to try to, that's what I built, actually, and I'm going to show it how. So this is what's happening behind the scene. There is an Airtable with all the links of the LinkedIn profile. I run my scenario, and then what it starts doing is generating the video and sending them one by one. Hyper-personalized video with me talking with a LinkedIn profile in the back. Here is an example, for instance. Hope there is sound, but when the person
Salut Benjamin, j'espère que tu vas bien. En fait, je suis tombé sur ton profil en traînant un petit peu sur LinkedIn, en regardant un peu tes activités, et je me suis rendu compte que tu correspondais parfaitement au profil qu'on est en train de chercher.
Automatically. There is another example. I am talking over
Salut Thibaut, j'espère que tu vas bien. Salut Sophie, j'espère que tu vas bien.
And I actually tried with Javier as well,
Salut Javier, j'espère que tu vas bien. En fait, je suis tombé sur ton profil en traînant un petit peu sur LinkedIn, en regardant un peu tes activités, et je me suis rendu compte que tu correspondais parfaitement au profil qu'on est en train de chercher, avec les mêmes expériences que tu as eues. Donc, je sais qu'aujourd'hui, tu es dans une boîte et...
the first image that you saw is generated as well. And we get 20 times high reply because it's super hyper-personalized. And now I'm going to show you the magic behind. What's actually happening, we are layering videos. We are layering the video of me, which is a clone. We are layering the hey name. We are layering down the scrolling. And so here is the different step. I get the context from Airtable. I generate a video with my face using HeyGen. You might know this tool. It can help you create clones of yourself and make them talk. So whenever you go to HeyGen, when you sign up, you upload an avatar of yours. So you upload a talking video of yours. And once you have done it, you can then make yourself say whatever you want. And actually, this is possible via API as well. So you can actually use it directly into Make. That's what I did. Then when this is done, the second step is making the video scroll, the background video scroll it. So I used an API which is called Screenshot One, and you can inside actually do scrolling videos directly accessible via HTTP request. So you just give a URL, and it gives you a video, scrolling video of any website. It could be LinkedIn, but it could be something else. And this is how basically I get to automate all the scrollings of websites dynamically from my Airtable links. Then after that's done, what I do is edit the video. This looks like the hardest part, but actually there is actually an API for this as well. There is a kind of a video editing tool powered by AI called Creatomate, which also is available into Make. So what I do is I add the subtitle, I add the custom video that is first, which is generated by HeyGen. I add the scrolling screenshot. It looks like this, and then what you see behind is actually the dynamic variables. Last thing, send it on LinkedIn. That's the hardest part, but there is an API for this as well, where actually with Unipile you can send, because they reverse the API of every of these tools, and you can send videos directly into the tool. So 4 steps that are actually in Make that are that way, and I'm gonna show it a little bit how it goes. First, you generate the videos. All the video HeyGen IDs are in your Airtable. They're generating, they take time. And this is the part that takes a lot of time, but you don't care because you can put that into batch. That's what I did. Then the other part is that generating the scrolling video with Screenshot One, same stuff. It takes time because it needs to make human scoring videos. Third, it's layering up, doing the editing on Creatomate to make sure it's smooth and it looks like a real Loom video. And same, it takes a lot of time and a lot of credits as well. But when it's done, then I'm able to send it via the API of Unipile. And that's what gives you have always the preview as well, which is kind of crazy. And honestly, this required no editing, no recording, and it's 100% automated. Thank you very much. Woo! And now, big round of applause for Simon, please. Please, give it up.
All right. Hi.
Hi.
You're all right? He's okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Simon. I am a theatre director who accidentally began a content creation business and a digital product business. So I am not a tech person. But I made this, and not only did I make this, I'm going to try and demo it live, which I'm a little scared about. So we're going to try it. That's why I'm here. So the problem is, as a creator, I work on YouTube and try to put social content out and research things, and I run partnerships, and I work with people, and I have to plan my business and do everything. I can't afford or don't want to manage a big team. But the roles you have as a maker, as a creator, are quite multiple. It's really difficult to know how to do it. So I wanted to find the simplest tool and the simplest usable tool for someone like me to help me streamline some of these things. And Make has massively transformed how I run my business. So let's demo this live. All right, so this is me. I'm selling templates, I have customers, I have ideas I want to share about strategies and productivity, and I have a main thing I'm doing, which is making a video every week on better creating. But there's a lot of other things going on. So let me introduce you to Sayman. Sorry. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with this. It's a good bit of branding just for me, but you know. And so Sayman is, in some ways, a very simple interaction. You may have seen what agents are. Mine, I operate with and speak, so a team member could also speak to it in Slack. I'll ask it a question. I make sure it doesn't reply to itself, checking that it's not the bot ID. And then it answers and replies to me in Slack. So let's first of all, I checked it was there earlier. Let's first of all get it to say hello and introduce itself. And I'm going to use the Mac double control click. Hi, please introduce yourself to the Make Waves audience and share what your specialities and skills are. Talking to an agent is so helpful. Oh, quick. It's running. There you go. There it goes. It's thinking that through. It's going to read its instructions, which I will show you in a second. And it's answered. Here it is. And it said, hi, everyone. I'm Simon. It does content creation, scripting, SEO, time management and productivity, goal setting and planning. And so I was like, well, how am I going to demo this? Because it does a lot of different things for me. So I'm going to pick one of those things. An agent is made up of instructions like this, a kind of system instruction with primary tasks. It also has below that, you can do a lot of things with MCPs and context. I built this a while ago, so I just have scenarios that will do a lot of different things. I store them in this sub-scenario folder. And they're all very simple. Things like add the research we did with Perplexity, as ChatGPT as an agent, into my Notion. Add tasks based on what we did. But what I want to show you is how I can get my latest video transcript that's automatically put into Google Drive and repurpose it. Because repurposing for social media, I never have the time to do it. So let's ask it to do that. Hi, please find my latest video script ready for repurposing. Okay, hopefully it's going to do that. And what it's probably going to use is this tool. Yeah, there it goes. That is a very simple tool, which is on demand. The agent can call it, it can find the document, and then return it in a scenario. And if you're unclear on scenarios, essentially what's going on is it has an input, which says get transcript, so the agent reads that and goes, oh, I'll use that. And then it goes, oh, there's the video transcript, I'll send that back. Let's see what we got. Here it is. So it has found me. I think it looks like it's also searched on YouTube to find the latest link. The link, the category, which I have style guides for, which it can reference as well, so I could also research and write entire videos with it using my designs and so on and so forth. And there's the results. So now let's get it to repurpose it. Okay, this looks great. Please repurpose this for a LinkedIn post. Make it colloquial, personal, like I'm talking to a friend. Share the good ideas in this video about having more time. And since I have a part-time productivity club, oh no, look at that. Hashtag tech demo. Hi, please repurpose this for a LinkedIn post. Right. Can you see how fast I type? I'm from the theatre. Oh my God. Please repurpose this for a LinkedIn post. What? Right, okay, I'm getting this. Here we go. Please repurpose this for a LinkedIn post. Make it colloquial, personal, share the key ideas in the video, and also share my part-time productivity club email challenge. You literally applauded me there for speaking. Okay, so it's now doing that. It's going to be using a simple LinkedIn connector. What I'm essentially campaigning for here is simple purposes. Now, of course, with this, I could automate this to automatically send itself. But what I like about this is I'm collaborating with AI. And for me, as a knowledge-based person, that's what I want to use. So there you go. I would now see that result. Great. I might probably, it's linked to the thing, I might now actually talk to it, change it, improve it. But let's just post it for that final part of the demo. Great. Please post this to LinkedIn. It will now, hopefully, post it to LinkedIn and share the results. The thing about this is, I think that when you're using a system like this, you need it to be something that isn't an absolute perfect result. I don't want this exact thing. I'm trying to create something that works with me and I can collaborate with as a solo creator, and it will do loads of other things. It's even a decision-making coach and goal-setting coach. But it's done it, And so if I refresh this, we should now see that that is easily and quickly added to LinkedIn, live in front of you. How about that? I'm quite proud of myself. I'm not allowing AI to only write for me. I have to talk to it, so that's it. So that's me. That is Sayman, and one little thing that it can simply do to help me out as a solo creator. Thanks.
Amazing, 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 guys. Can I please ask for our community members also to come out? Please on stage and no, join me now. It's voting time. Okay, now you guys go over here, please. Thank you. Great. So, how do we want to do this? Do we want 2 finalists from each team? Does everyone already know who they're voting for? Do you want to go name by name and scream, raise hands? What does the audience want? What do you guys want? What do you feel more comfortable? Scream? Screaming. Okay, perfect. We're screaming. I love this. Okay, so let's start from the very left. What about the first automation with Stoyan? What do we think? Okay, we're screaming. Sweet potato and fork. What do we think? Good. Next up, I think was Shubham, right? Over here? All right. It's being tough. You guys are screaming a lot. I think we're going to have to do another round. Okay, last but not least, Simon. Okay, you guys are making it really, really tough. What are we doing? Screaming again? Raising hands? What do we think? Scream out which one you preferred. Come on. Not only screaming, but which one, the name.
Go again really quick.
Again. This is being really tough. Okay, we're doing one more round, and I really want you to scream your lungs out. Stoyan. Fork. Shubham. And Simon. I think we have a winner. Oh, you're good?
Oh, well done.
Thank you. Lovely. Final words.
Thank you very much. Well, thanks for that. I really appreciate. Thanks for helping me build that, because it's all inspiring to seeing you and seeing all the different, the MCP demo that I saw just before, all the different APIs demos. So thank you very much, and thanks for shouting for me. Thank you, Teresa, please. Thanks.
Welcome. Thank you.